got that check to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count?
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Pope. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Off the bootleg. Pope. He'll buy some time right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Pope. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Pope. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, first and 15. Operating from the gun. Pope firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3:19.
On third down, that's Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on fourth down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Daniil Hunter in there to sack it. For a loss of 6. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Taylor. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Fielded at about the 28. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Slow.
On second down, Taylor. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Taylor, escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the sneak with Taylor, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyrod Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things up first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
to throw on second down. Pope. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
There's Mostert, and he stopped immediately there. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Rolling to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tupperware that they can fall back on anymore.
Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Ready. 319. 319.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to find Diggs. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with McCannon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Slow.
Taylor operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Slow.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pope, he'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down. Pope. Completion left side to Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Pope. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw is Taylor. To throw on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Danny Trevathan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pope. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here again is McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Taylor. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Slow. Z. Slow.
Now Taylor on first down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Pope. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Gun. Detroit. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this belongs to the Vikings. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They run it with McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Pope. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
To throw again. Pope eluding the pressure right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, how to give them my dues. Never got to talk to it like you. I've been feeling we eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera is. I had to up my standards. Make no misses. Alabama. Turn into my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking.